You probably know Aquaman 2 came and went, and it flopped, it sank, it tanked, whatever you want to say, made no profit. So what they're going to do is forget the theater and throw it out there on digital. I guess try to get some sales that way. This here is from Digital Spy, so it makes sense that they'd be reporting on this actually. Now, to think critically, Aquaman 2 isn't only going to make money off the movie and the ticket sales. There will be some toy sales, some digital sales, and some other merchandise. But let's not forget the elephant in the room that the main reason the ticket sales were down, or one of the main reasons, is you know who. But anyway, let's see about this. Jason Momoa's Aquaman 2 will soon be available for home video as the digital release date has been announced. Released in cinemas last December, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom can be currently pre-ordered on Prime Video and other platforms for those who didn't make it to Atlantis this past Christmas. I didn't make it, but I'm not getting it digitally either. In the US, the follow-up to 2018's Aquaman will be available to watch for $25 from January 23rd, whereas those in the UK may have to wait a little longer. That seems like a lot, man. You're gonna charge $25 for like 2 hours of very mediocre entertainment these days? Good luck. I predict sales will be bad. But it's digital, so they're not actually having to put too many resources into selling it and things like that, so it's probably a pretty high profit for whatever they do sell. But I'm not very confident they'll sell too many anyway. Then they give the price in euros, which is about the same as the dollar. Whatever. Still not buying it. Directed by James Wan and written by David Leslie Johnson McGoldrick, the final installment in the DCEU follows Momoa's tailor superhero as he teams up with his half-brah. Okay, whatever the story's about, they're talking about it. Wait a minute, they mention you-know-who. Digital Spy mentions you-know-who. The cast for the film is rounded out by Amber Heard, who returns as Mera, Queen of Atlantis, as well as Randall Park, Dolph Lundgren, Tamora Morrison, Martin Short, and Nicole Kidman. So they mention Amber before any of the other secondary roles. Of course, they mention Momoa first, but aside from that, okay, Digital Spy, try to sell less copies. As James Gunn and Peter Safran have recently been appointed as co-CEOs of DC Studios, the DC Universe will undergo a reboot that may result in Lost Kingdom being the end of Momoa's character. That's the saddest thing I've heard all day. Speaking about Arthur Curry's future, Momoa told Entertainment Tonight, I don't necessarily want it to be the end, but I don't think it's really like a choice. The truth of it is, I mean, if the audience loves it, then there's a possibility, he added, but right now I'm like, it's not going too good. And that was before ticket sales, and now we know it didn't even make profit, so it wasn't looking good, and it wasn't good, and it doesn't look good now. No offense to Momoa, he's all right in my book as an actor. I don't like his political stuff, but it's not at the level where I can't watch him. He was in Dune, he was all right. I love him in Game of Thrones, fine. It's just one big fine. He's all right, I guess. Then they say it'll be released digitally on January 23rd, which is like today when I'm making this video, at least in Japan, so it's pretty much out. I don't think anyone watching this channel is going to buy it, but you never know. There's the occasional troll or Amber fan hanging around. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't, I'll be sad. That's all I got for now. See you next time.